Welcome everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of On Campus here at Solano Community College. My name is Azalea Cannon, and joining me today is Libni. We are going to touch on the topics of the price of productivity, of college, work, and burnout. So leading into the first question, this is going to be about the hustle culture and why we equate productivity with work. The first question I have for you, Libni, is in your opinion, why do you think hustle culture places so much value on being constantly busy or productive?
I personally think that a lot of people care about what others think of them. So being perceived as a hard worker, a hustler is deemed as a good thing, and you don't want to be seen as a bum or lazy or someone who just sits around doing nothing all day.
Right.
Um, and a lot of people don't, they just care about what others think, so they just want to keep moving, going to school, work. Especially nowadays, it's a lot of work.
Right. A lot of it has to deal with how people perceive us, and it puts a lot of pressure, I feel like, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
of how we are when it comes to our ambitions and our goals. Because if we don't have the proper ambitions and goals as other people think that we would have, then that's when we're perceived as like, oh, we're lazy or we're nowadays a bum or something. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
But a big thing that also influences hustle culture is social media. Like everything is online through Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, or I think it's called X now. So that's leading to my next question, which is, have you seen social media influence the idea that overworking or grinding is something to be proud of?
I have seen videos and stuff like that online, but I feel like it's very misleading. A lot of times it's people saying, if you do this quick thing, you're gonna get money quick.
Right, that's always on TikTok.
Yeah, you're gonna get money quick. You're gonna live this comfortable, lavish life, but all you have to do is just do this one thing. And a lot of people don't take into account that it's not just that one thing. There's steps to where you want to get to. There's things you have to do, and it's just a lot of hard work. So a lot of hard work goes into play, and it's not a quick.
It's not easy.
It's not quick. It's not easy. Whether you want to hear it or not, it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah, social media is very good at hiding the truth behind those quick and easy things that people have spent years trying to achieve.
Right.
So like usually, especially like on TikTok or like on Instagram Reels, they'll be like, do these 5 things, or here's these 5 tricks.
Or it's also influencers. They do something stupid and and all of a sudden they have all these likes, all these followers, and people think of it as, oh,
Like,
they
I
were
can
able
do
to do
that.
that. I can do that too. And they kind of focus on that, completely ignoring the fact that you may or may not have a chance to have the same luck as that person.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, and another thing too that follows with that kind of, I guess, that disappointment in really realizing that something is a lot more difficult than it seems. It also comes with a lot of emotional and mental health behind the scenes or behind closed doors. So my next question is, what emotional or mental toll do you think comes from constantly trying to achieve more?
I feel like a lot. For example, I'm first generation and I'm the oldest to 3 other siblings, very, very young. They're 20, 10, and 7 years old. And it has definitely taken a huge toll on, I wouldn't say my mental health. I feel like I'm pretty good. It's just there's a lot of stress and anxiety. Sometimes I wake up very anxious, or throughout my day I'm just like, oh, I have this to do and I have that to do.
Right.
And then there's a little domino effect when I start to think like that. I'm like, oh, what am I doing with my life? I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I see friends I used to go to school with on social media doing this, doing that, but I'm not.
Right.
I'm not there. I'm
Right.
not all there.
It makes you feel very behind.
Very behind.
To where it seems like where you should be.
Right. Exactly. So on top of being the oldest and having responsibilities, a lot of responsibilities at home, a standard to meet at home. I deal with that stress on top of having to go to work and go to school. At one point, I had to work 2 jobs and go to school full time, and that was a lot of work for me.
It's constant.
It's a constant.
Yeah.
I was like constantly moving. I like to consider myself a very, very clean person. When I had those 2 jobs and
things got
was
messy
full time as a student, my room was definitely not the prettiest to look at.
I've been there, done that too.
It was definitely not cute.
Yeah, and working, a lot of students too, like nowadays, they work all the time. A lot of times, like me and you, we work 1-2 jobs. Like probably 2 jobs max. And it's a lot. It's like a lot to do, work full time, school full time, let alone be able to handle your personal responsibilities, family responsibilities, your own time, free time that you want to do, like friendly outings. Maybe you want to take a nap, but you can't.
Yeah.
It's a lot of just like of the realities just hitting you at once. It takes really like strong time management skills, and it's very complicated. It's very complicated to handle that for
it's
everybody.
Not impossible. It definitely isn't something that you can't accomplish. It's very much doable, but it does take a toll on your body and your mental health, even though you may not feel it. You may think that you're not, like, I'm not stressed, like, I got this.
Right.
Your body definitely feels it. You're not eating as much, you're not sleeping as much.
You're dependent on caffeine.
You're dependent on caffeine. I'm guilty.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm very guilty. What else? You're not taking time to
be yourself.
Yeah. There's a point where your body is dependent on that stress, and all you want or all you feel is that stress, or want to feel that stress. It's like a little addiction. So
that kind of transitions into my next segment of the balancing acts of the realities of working students. So doing work full time, doing school full time. And with your experience of working, or what has your experience been trying to balance college work and your work for your job? Like, is it a lot of stress at times? Is your work a little easy so it's not too much of a toll, or does it still take a toll?
So I used to work at a retail job for majority of my college career. So it was definitely a lot. I got a lot of hours, which I loved. I'm not complaining, but with those hours, also school. Right after school, I am driving straight to work. I get out really late. It's the holiday season now, right? So I would get off shift at 1 a.m. and have to come to school, or it's just it was just a go. On my days off, it was go at home. Have to do laundry, have to clean my room, help my mom with anything with the kids, or just little things like that. I wasn't really focused on myself, even though I look back at it and I'm like, I could have definitely made some time for myself.
Right.
But
in the moment,
it's like I have to go. I have to go.
So because you're so, like, at the time, I guess, maybe even now too, because you have work right after this.
I have work right after this. But
what?
So with that, hold on. Now I don't work retail. I work in an office now. It is a slower paced job, so it's definitely not as stressful. And very, very much manageable.
Right.
Um,
Speaking of management, actually,
mhm.
like I said, time management's a big thing. You have
Mhm.
to find time to take care of your siblings. You have to find time to do
Yeah.
schoolwork. You have to find time to make these things work outside of your work schedule because you
Right.
can't miss work or call out of work all the
Right.
time.
Mhm.
So what strategies or habits have actually helped you stay organized in these times or reduce stress while also juggling those important responsibilities you have?
Mhm. So it'd be better if I kept notes or a calendar, but I kind of just remember.
It's just a mental
It's just
thing.
a mental thing
Mhm.
where I'm like, okay, this assignment is due at this time on this
Mhm.
day, um, and I have work these days. Um, so I kind of balance out my work schedule with my school schedule.
Mhm.
I only work half shifts. I work weekends. I only work a morning, a 9 to 12 on Saturdays, and then I have the rest of my day off. And I
Mhm.
have Sunday off. The
Mhm.
majority of my assignments are due on Sunday, so I do
Right.
it Saturday in the afternoon and
So you
leading
just
into
kind of
Sunday.
like create your own personalized time dedicated to schoolwork,
Yes,
right?
I do. But with that also, um, my family was also on the move,
Mhm.
and they like to throw things at me like, I need you to go pick this up,
Oh,
or I
yeah.
need you to go drive this over here. Um,
Uh-huh.
by towards the end of the month, we're moving like 2 hours away, or my parents
Mhm.
are like moving 2 hours away from here. Um, so I'm constantly driving back and forth
Right. It's
between
a lot
here
of
and there.
manual labor.
Hey, I need this. Can you drive it out to me?
Right.
Your brother has an appointment. Can you come pick him up and take him to his appointment?
Mhm.
So
And
on and so forth.
because your life is so focused on like majority watching over your siblings because your parents have to pay bills, they
Right.
have to
Got
feed you
things.
guys and
Mhm.
stuff. Because you're busy with work, school, and your siblings, how does working and taking care of your siblings impact your personal life outside of work and outside of school and outside of family? So just like about
Just
you,
me.
like just you and how you like to spend your time, how you like to be
Lately,
with
I've
friends.
noticed my downtime is definitely in the car or when I'm taking a shower. That
The
is
shower's so real.
that is my downtime. My favorite show is The Office. So I am rewatching for the 100th time The
Mhm.
Office, and I literally prop my phone
Me
in
too.
the
That's me
shower.
with Grey's Anatomy.
I'm like, as embarrassing as that sounds,
No,
it
that's
is my
that's
only
real.
downtime.
Mhm.
Obviously, I don't do that when I'm driving, but definitely I'm just like, it's a moment for me to take a deep breath.
It's a stress reliever.
It's a stress reliever, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
So-
especially with being busy with us and how we are. We don't have time to watch new shows.
No, we don't. Yeah, so definitely that's how I, that's
Right.
my personal time.
Right. And another thing that's very common in students nowadays, especially with the hustle culture and then working full time, is the term burnout.
Yeah.
Burnout's a very big mental thing
Yes.
that a lot of us go through.
Mhm.
I go through it. I feel like I've been going through it this past week.
Yeah, I get you. I get it.
But, yeah, so burnout's a big thing, and when burnout hits, it's really important to recognize when it's hitting and when to rebuild, because if we don't recognize it, that's when we really fall deep in a dark like rabbit hole basically. And it's hard to get ourselves out of that burnout
It
stage.
really is. I completely get where you're coming from. I like to think that I'm very self-aware of a lot of my actions, or a lot of my actions and my feelings.
Right.
So about 2 years ago, I think, I was at that point. I was burnt out. I went from coming to college right after high school, doing so good here at Solano, and then 2 years ago, I was just like, towards the end of, I think it was my fall semester, 2022.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah,
2022, 2023.
2023, I think. Yeah, I was like, I started to not care about the classes. The assignments were due on Sunday at 11:59. I'm doing it on Sunday at
11:40.
At 11:40 at 10 p.m.
Uh-huh.
I was starting to not care.
Right. It's really
yeah.
hard to recognize
It was.
those moments, because then when you're in those moments, you don't want to do anything but sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Or you don't want to do anything but just watch TV.
I didn't want to do anything besides work. I literally stuffed myself in that retail store and I stayed there.
And it's work.
It was just work.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that that was a big problem, and I knew I did not want to continue going on to the spring semester. So I took a semester off, which turned into a year. Which turned into a year.
Yeah, and I have a friend who's experiencing that right now, and honestly, she's going to 2 years.
Oh, yeah, see.
But she's trying.
Yeah, no. Everybody works at their own pace.
Right.
Everybody is at different points in their life. Even if we're in the same age range, we're in the same... It doesn't matter. We're all at different points in our lives.
Right.
I knew that I wanted to continue going to school.
So you knew to start again.
So I knew to start again.
Right. Yeah, so that's a big thing, like I said, burnout. But another thing, too, is that normal stress is a whole different ball game compared to burnout. Like, those are two different things. They sound similar. Like, if somebody says they're stressed, somebody might interpret it as, oh, they're just burnt out. It's not the same thing, in my opinion, especially with how we are with full-time college, full-time work. At one point, I had 3 jobs.
Yeah, like, you're probably stressed too.
Yeah.
I'm stressed.
I'm stressed now.
I'm
stressed now, but the thing is, I'm not burnt out right now. But how would you describe the difference between normal stress and true burnout?
When you're burnt out, you will know. You will know that you're burnt out because there is a lack of interest in your academic goals, and your grades will start declining. You will probably do something similar like I did. I just focused on work, on a retail job, like really retail. So I just stayed in that retail job.
You kind of like just kind of shut everything off.
I shut everything. I shut down. Even with like my family too, I was like, I really don't want to hear it. I'm just gonna go straight to work.
Right, that's how me, but with my room. Like, every time I'm like, I'll go to my room.
Yeah, you'll go to your room.
Yeah.
I was just more like, I'm going to work. Hey, can you come in early? Yeah, don't have to ask me twice. I will go.
Yeah. So, with this recognition of burnout, have you found boundaries that you set with yourself personally to make? Like, in a sense of, okay, when you start feeling like this, I need to switch up my attitude and do this instead. Like,
this is so cheesy and like very cliche in my opinion, but you have to romanticize your goals and your
you have
career.
to romanticize
I
it.
feel like you have to tell yourself, if I really want to live like this, I have to continue going to school, or I have to continue to work hard. But don't just dig yourself a hole where you're just working and just shutting everything down.
Because then there's almost like there's no recovery in that moment.
There's no recovery in that moment. No, so kind of keep yourself at a pace where you work hard, obviously, but kind of take a moment, look around, and see what's...
And just reset.
Just reset. Get a vibe.
Right.
You know?
So in let's do it in one sentence. What is like the main advice you would give to other college students here at Solano, or just anywhere?
What would be a good...
Like one short sentence. If you have to give them like advice.
Oh god.
There's too many.
There's
too many.
I don't know. One one short sentence.
I think one for me would just be to know when to slow down,
No one to
because everything's so fast paced. So we have to know when to slow down. That's me all the time, because like you said, we're always on the go.
I would say,
you know?
yeah, I would say you're how would I word it? How would I word it?
It's okay if you can't.
You know, like, I just need to word it correctly. Well, I don't know. You're doing good.
Right.
You're where you want to be.
Mhm.
You are not falling behind.
Mhm.
You're
That's
doing
it.
good. You're good.
Okay.
Don't
well,
stress.
Well, thank you so much for sharing some insight on how it is being in college, being a working student, and facing the true realities of burnout. That wraps up today's conversation here at Solano Community College on campus. I want to thank Libni for sharing such an honest and meaningful insight about just what we talked about today in today's topic, and the constant pressure to stay productive. I'm Azalea Cannon, and we'll see you guys next time. Are we good?